Ben in Long Island, New York asks, in school we were learning about the populist movement. My teacher told me that one of the problems of the Industrial Revolution was that new machinery and deflation caused prices to go down too much. Also, the monopolized railroads increased the prices on the short hauls, so farmers ended up having to go into debt and not being able to pay it off. Therefore, farms ended up closing down. So my question is inflation a bad thing for farmers?
No, I mean, deflation is a good thing overall for everybody. Assuming that farm production is going down in price, but so are all of the things that the farmers want to buy. The farmers would sell their food and then they would go and they would buy other goods and services. And assuming that prices are falling across the board, farmers are not necessarily hurt by falling prices. What farmers would be looking at would be the price of food in relation to the price of everything else. Now, if food prices were falling more rapidly than the prices of the things that the farmers want to buy, then the farmers would lose, but somebody else would gain. If, of course, food prices were falling, but they were falling more slowly than the things that farmers want to buy, then farmers would be gaining at the expense of somebody else. So there's always going to be people who do better and people who do worse as prices are fluctuating. It all depends on what you have to sell and what you need or want to buy. But overall, if you look at the history of the 19th century, which was characterized by falling prices, and the 20th century, and what we've had so far in the 21st, which is characterized by rising prices, Americans as a whole did much better when we had falling prices than we're doing now with rising prices. And so I think your teacher is wrong. She is once again perpetuating this myth that falling prices, aka deflation, is a bad thing, it's a scourge, it's the worst thing that can happen, and that the government needs to save us from the perils of a falling cost of living. And the way they do that is they make sure that the cost of living goes up. And by making sure that everything we want to buy is more expensive, that they spare us the calamity and the terror of being able to buy the things that we need and want for less.